Hi, everybody. So, we got a freaking ear right here. We got the pinna right here. I think that's how it's pronounced. And it's got a rockin' earring right there. It's got a little hole in it too, which sounds kind of dangerous, but it formed that way. It goes down, sound is funneled by the pinna down into the auditory canal, which is like the little hole in our ear, and it hits the eardrum or the tympanic membrane, kind of like a timpani if you're a percussionist or ever have been in a band. It's a tight membrane that separates like the outside world from like the inside of the ear, and it vibrates with the air, which sends the vibrations to the hammer, which is a bone that sends the vibrations to the anvil, which is a bone that sends the vibrations to
the stirrup, a tiny U-shaped bone that passes vibrations to the cochlea, and this is the stirrup. And it is actually the smallest bone in your body, and the cochlea is a spiral-shaped, fluid-filled inner ear structure that's filled with little hairs called the cilia, which is that. And then it actually also has a basilar membrane, which is a stiff structural element that separates two liquid-filled tubes that run along the coil of the cochlea. And then once it's done there, it goes to the auditory nerve.
All right, and then that goes to the thalamus. If we shift over to this diagram here. From last unit, we had the thalamus, and the thalamus is a part of the brain where the thalamus is a train station, once again, and the thalamus sorts out the sensory info and sends it to specialized parts in the brain, which for the ear is the temporal lobe. And the temporal lobe is the lobe in the brain that is involved with auditory functions, which contains the auditory cortex, and it's located in the temporal lobe, and this part of the brain that processes auditory information. Kind of self-explanatory. Now, if we shift back to the diagram, we have the eustachian tube, a part of the middle ear that links the nasopharynx to the middle ear, and then finally our semicircular canals. They are located in the inner ear, and they are fluid-filled tubes in the ear that help provide information about movement and help maintain your balance. The end.
Hi.